Okay, continuing with our Mishnah 4 in the third chapter of Pirkei Avot, in which Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai said that the three have eaten at a table and they have not spoken any words of Torah. It's as if they've eaten sacrifices to the dead, because it says, Ki kol shulchanot mal'u kiyat tzora bli makom. Their tables are filled with filth and vomit without any place. Come back to that. But three have eaten at a table and they have spoken words of Torah, then it's as if they'd spoken at the table of the Almighty Himself. And this is based upon a verse in Ezekiel, Zeh hashulchan asher lifnei Adonai. This, after all, is the table that is before the Almighty. So we've spoken about this the last couple of days. Two more points to make about this before we move on to the next Mishnah. The first is the interesting expression over here, Shekol she'achlu velo amru alav divrei Torah, and did not speak alav it, upon it, words of Torah. Well, we find something of a similar nature in another place when we want to make a blessing on the Megillah, for example. We say al mikra Megillah, upon the words of the Megillah, or when we put on tefillin, we say al mitzvah tefillin, over or upon the mitzvah of tefillin, and here we say upon the table. So the idea over here is that in the same way that when you are reading the Megillah, you're putting on tefillin, you are saying al mitzvah tefillah, I'm taking upon myself the sanctity of this commandment, the commandment of Megillah, the commandment of tefillin, in exactly the same way. One sits at the table and it's as if you are making a blessing al shulchan Hashem, I'm sanctifying this table of God, all in the word alav, al, upon. And the second is the expression that is used over here when we speak about it is bli makom. It is a place which is a table which is filled with filth and vomit, bli makom, without any place. Now, makom, of course, is one of the names of God. And it's the name of God which is very specific to indicate that He is everywhere in the world. Makom, He fills all of space. So if you're sitting at a table and you don't actually have a sense that the Almighty is with you in that place, in that space, and that there is something that is happening there that needs to be able to connect with God in this process, this animalistic process of eating and of filling your own stomach and making yourself feel comfortable, and you don't recognize that this is Makom, that the Almighty is here, because He is the place that fills every nook and cranny in this universe, then in that sense, it has become a place of idol worship. On the other hand, if you do recognize it, then you have Zeh HaShulchan. This is the table which is actually before God. And here we don't use the word Makom, here we use the word God Himself.